What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, I am from Washington DC. I am a mom, and I'm also an entrepreneur with a skincare and cosmetics brand. I'm also working on a clothing line right now. So today is Real Talk Tuesday. And in today's Real Talk Tuesday, I would like to talk about Bobby Brown. What's up, y'all? So I just want to address things as they come. In Real Talk Tuesday, I like to speak on what society's issues are and also people or events that had a positive impact on society or a negative impact on society. I want to talk about Bobby Brown because I feel like I've wanted to talk about this for a while, even before I really started YouTube or before I started Real Talk Tuesday. I really wanted to talk about Bobby Brown. And what I want to talk about is him getting kidnapped by the PreacherCrew. Now, I don't want to bring this up as something insensitive. It's a few things in this scenario that screams a lesson or several lessons. So that's really where I want to go with it. I know that Bobby Brown has had a tough few years. And when I say a few, I mean quite a few years. He lost Whitney Houston, which was his ex-wife at the time, but that don't mean that you don't feel nothing, you know. And then directly after that, he lost his daughter. The last person that had a connection to both of their deaths died as well, Nick Gordon. And recently, Bobby Brown's son passed away as well. So I know that he has had a tough few years, but to just get this off my chest, let's get right into it right now. Let's take it back to the 90s for a second. In the 90s, a lot of people had drug problems, let me just say that. But not a lot of people had the love that Bobby and Whitney had for each other. A lot of it was very toxic, but there's no denying that they loved each other. You just can't deny that by their actions, you know. They always stuck by each other's side through thick and thin. And until the very end of their relationship, that's what they did. I feel like it got more tricky once a child was involved because, you know, a relationship gets put to the wayside when you have a child to take care of. And honestly, taking care of your child is more important than focusing on making your love continue to flourish. The child should bring both people together, you know, in love. It don't have to just be, oh, you need to pay attention to this relationship and not your child, you know, but whatever. So in 1993, it was reported that Bobby Brown got kidnapped by the PreacherCrew. We've spoke on the PreacherCrew before in the situation of Donnell Porter being kidnapped by his Uncle Apple, and I guess he was a part of the PreacherCrew, you know. But my thing is, how much was Uncle Apple a part of it if he botched a kidnapping that wasn't even supposed to go down like that? You know what I'm saying? So the PreacherCrew. Now, Clarence Heatley was in charge of the PreacherCrew, and being in charge of it, he was the head, right? So this is how this went down, allegedly. Clarence Heatley was in charge of it. He was the overseer. He was the executioner, however you want to put it. But being in this gang of his, they would kidnap drug dealers and people that they knew had money, hold them for ransom, and this ransom would be high. okay? A lot of times they did kill the people, so I don't know how you end up getting your money. I don't know. It just sounds stupid. But anyways, how this all went down allegedly was Clarence Heatley got word from a New Jersey drug dealer that Bobby Brown owed, okay? So in hearing about that, he paid the drug dealer off and he took on the debt as if Bobby Brown now owes him, Clarence Heatley. So what does he want to do? He wants to collect that debt. And this debt was $25,000, which is a lot of money. That was a lot of money back then in 1993 as well. So allegedly, what was done was they kidnapped Bobby Brown, set him up in some type of way, kidnapped him, got him naked, and then hog-tied him until Whitney Houston came with $400,000. That's almost $500,000. So I mean, that's extortion personified. How they go from 25,000 to 400,000? They must have really scared Whitney on the phone, but that's what she did. She showed up in the dark of the night, money in a bag, and gave it over to him. Now this is all allegedly, but I do believe that this happened. Why do I believe that this happened? Because they had a enormous drug habit. It was many times and over the course of months during their relationship that they would just be locked in the house doing drugs back to back to back. They've spoke on that. They've spoke on going on hiatuses just to go on drug benders. And then having to come back out of this hiatus and go, make money to make up for not only your drug habit, but the debt that you collected because of your drug habit. That's why I say, kids and whoever's watching, all that coke, crack, whatever is your drug of choice that you know is harmful to you, that doesn't really give you a good feeling and it's not giving a good result either, you gotta stop. Do you want to be hog-tied and naked? That's lesson number one. I don't want to be hog-tied and naked. That's insane. And something else that bothered me about this was, I was remembering the biopic, right? And shout out to the actor who portrayed Bobby Brown. I love him. I just did a Power Book 2 recap review situation on my second channel. And I forgot to say, like, you know, he is fine. I'm sorry. I just had to say that out loud. Because I was just like, you know what? You are Bobby Brown. And then he get on Power Book 2. You are my husband. Watching the biopic, I felt like it was a good biopic, right? Because I watched it when it first came out. I felt like it was good. However, it was very one-sided, and I didn't feel like it honored Whitney in any way. Like, it showed her in a lot of negative ways, and it showed him trying and trying and trying. He go to jail. He detoxes, you know, shit like that, and you're not showing nothing that she's done positive. I mean, you showing the fact that you was having a stroke or whatever the case was, a seizure, and she just walked over you or something, and that might have happened. But my thing is, you got to take accountability for the position you put yourself in. Yeah, your wife might be your caretaker if you talk about it, but not everybody is going to take up that role in a moment's notice, you know? Not everybody is going to take up that role that is on drugs just like you're on drugs. Not everybody is going to react the way that you will react if you was if you was the other person, you know? So I felt like that didn't need to be showed, you know, especially because he didn't put in there about the Clarence Heatley PreacherCrew situation. I'm like, wait, he missing something. He missing the fact that he got kidnapped. All because of his drug habit. Whitney Houston could have paid off the $25,000 if he didn't have it. She paid off the $400,000 after he got kidnapped. Him being kidnapped was because of his drug habit. Yes, they was a couple, but you had a habit just like she had it. I think that he even made it seem like she was doing it first and then he fell into it. I really don't believe that. I don't believe that. And it's not no attack on him. I, to this day, respect his musical ability. I respect his drive, especially after having a stroke, after having, you know, lots of loved ones pass away. I've always appreciated Bobby Brown, but you gotta take accountability, especially because you're not on that shit no more, you know? You're not on drugs no more. So you gotta take accountability for the position that you put yourself in. You know, being on drugs and then having, it could have been an overdose, but having an overdose or having a seizure, you know, that comes with it. You gotta think of the risks. You got to think of every single risk before you do what you're doing. Before you take in them drugs. Because if your heart stopped and like you say, she walked over you, it's going to be nothing that you can do. And I don't blame her. I blame you for that. I'm not coming to Whitney's defense. I know that it was a lack of accountability on her part too. Which is sad, you know. I watched the Diane Sawyer situation. It's terrible. But she's no longer here. That movie came out a couple years ago. So, with me saying that, it's like, you gotta honor the dead in some type of way and just show something positive. I would have respected that more than showing you stopping the drugs and all that and not saying nothing about you being kidnapped. You gotta hold yourself accountable. It's just that simple. And we can learn that by not being taught. We can learn how to hold ourselves accountable by really thinking, by being conscious, by being aware. We can teach ourselves that by seeing throughout history what has happened. Other people's trauma. Other people's downfalls. You don't even have to go through the same shit to learn lessons and to move accordingly. I keep telling y'all, move accordingly. Don't just see some shit and not take it for what it is. Not take it for face value. It's your girl B Octavia. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all in my next video. Make sure you check out Crush on You Beauty. I have a photography page, my business page, my main page, my second channel. So make sure that you check it all out. The links will be in the description below.